My sister told everyone my fiancé was a gold digger, so I showed them her search history. Me, 26F, and my sister, Amanda, 29F, has always been competitive. I got into a better college. She got a more practical degree. I bought a condo. She invested in a bigger townhouse. Then I met David. He's a kindergarten teacher. He's kind, funny, makes me feel like the only person in the room. He doesn't make a huge salary, but he's passionate and secure. We got engaged with a simple, beautiful ring. Amanda was cold. Her fiancé Brad is a hedge fund guy. Everything is about status. At a family dinner, Amanda joked, loud enough for everyone to hear. A teacher? That's so cute. Just make sure you get a serious prenup, sweetie. You never know who's after that condo of yours. David went quiet. I was furious. It got worse. She started whispering to our cousins, our aunts, even my friends. He's so much poorer than her. He's just in it for the stability. She painted him as a calculating gold digger. Family gatherings became tense, with people side-eyeing my gentle, incredible fiancé. Amanda insisted on a joint bachelorette weekend. To bond. It was a disaster. At a fancy dinner, after too many wines, she stood up for a toast. To my sister, she slurred, who finally found a man who'll appreciate her assets. May he enjoy the lifestyle she provides. That was it. I left the dinner, went back to the Airbnb we were sharing, and cried. I was done. While packing my bag to leave, I knocked her expensive laptop off the bedside table. It sprang open. Still on. No password. And there, in her browser history, which she'd forgotten to close, was a tab for how to void a prenuptial agreement after marriage, and another for high-value luxury bags that hold resale value. I didn't confront her then. I went home to David. I told him everything. He just held me and said, "We know the truth. That's all that matters." But I couldn't let it go. My own sister was trying to sabotage my relationship to make hers look better. A week later, our parents hosted a big engagement party for both couples. Amanda was holding court, showing off her massive diamond. When it was time for family toasts, my dad gave a sweet one. Then Amanda stood up, glass in hand, that fake smile plastered on. "To family," she began, "and to making sure you find someone who loves you for the right reasons." I stood up. I didn't have a glass. I had my phone. "Amanda," I said, my voice clear and calm. "Before you finish that thought about right reasons, I have a question. When you were searching how to void a prenuptial agreement and looking up which purses hold the best resale value, were you worried about my relationship or your own?" The room froze. I didn't elaborate. I just sat down. The implication hung in the air, heavier than any accusation she'd ever made. Brad, the hedge fund guy, looked like he'd been slapped. He slowly turned to Amanda. "You looked up what?" Chaos. The party ended. Brad left without her. We found out later he'd insisted on a prenup, and she'd signed it while secretly planning to contest it. My family now sees Amanda in a whole new light. The gold digger whispers about David evaporated instantly, replaced by very real, very loud drama about Amanda's